I'm going to put on one more light so we can see us.
Ta-da!
I was worried about that. All right, folks, thank you so much for being with us. We have tonight with us Mark Mandeville and Raianne Richards. It's such a joy to work with Mark and Raianne over the last couple of weeks to put this catalog of songs together for you tonight. And we're going to continue now with a song that came to us by way of Raianne from her album To Drive the Cold Winter Away. This is called In Praise of Christmas.
All hail to the days that merit more praise than all the rest of the year, and welcome the nights that double delights for the poor as well as the thief. Sweet blessings attend each merry man's friend that doth put the best that he may, forgetting old wrongs with poems and songs to drive the cold winter away. This time of the year is spent in good cheer, and neighbors together do meet, to sit by the fire with friendly desire, each other in love to greet. Old grudges forgot, our foot in the pot, all sorrows aside they lay. The old and the young doth carol this song to drive the cold winter away. When Christmas tide comes in like a bride, with holly and ivy fair, 12 days in the year, much mirth and good cheer, in every household is there. The country guides his hand to devise some carols of Christmas play, wherein the young men do the best that they can to drive the cold winter away. Thank you so much. And like Robert said, we just want to welcome everybody here. We realized we were kind of like chopping back in time, like how long have we been doing this concert? And it turns out that in some iteration, we've been putting this concert on now for 10 years. So, 10 years, oh my goodness. opportunity to share with you something that we love, which is, to sing and to play with other musicians. But especially this time of year, there's such a shared recognition of all the types of music that people bring into their homes and into their lives this time of year to celebrate, whether it's Christmas or Hanukkah or any other kind of holiday, or acknowledgement of the return of the light and bringing light into our lives in a dark season. And we're so fortunate to be invited back here to Christ Church. We have these beautiful candelabras. Reverend Cosman had this amazing back screen that she offered to us this time, and I just think that, as we're driving around and taking in all the Christmas lights and holiday lights, it's important to remember that there is warmth and togetherness and peace to be found in this time, even though it's cold and dark. And, the sun goes away at 4, which makes me so sad. So we invite you, as we kind of progress through the evening, to take moments to really have this be a time where you're centering yourself and having a moment of peace in what can be a very busy time for all of us, in a very dark and cold time as well, and to find a little bit of warmth with each other tonight. So thank you for being with us. We're now going to do a song that was arranged by Kate Rusby, who's an English singer-songwriter. It's an old carol, and this is her version of it. So this is Here We Come a Wassailing. Here we come a wassailing among the leaves of green, and here we come a wandering, so barely to be seen. Here we come a wandering, so barely to be seen. Love and joy come to you, us too. God bless you and send you a happy new year. God send you a happy new year. We're the daily beggars that beg from door to door, but we're the neighbor's children that you have seen before. We're the neighbor's children that you have seen before. Love and joy come to you, and to you all send to. God bless you and send you a happy new year. God send you a happy new year. I have a little purse, it's made of leather skin. I need a silver sixpence to line it well within. I need a silver sixpence to line it well within. Love and joy come to you, and to you all send to. God bless you and send you a happy new year. God send you a happy new year. La 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 God bless the master of this house and the mistress too, and all the little children that round the table grew. All the little children round the table grew. Love and joy come to you, and to you all send to. God bless you and send you a happy new year. God send you a happy new year. Here we come a wassailing among the leaves of green, and here we come a wandering, so barely to be seen. Here we come a wandering, barely to be seen. Love and joy comes to you, and to you all send to. God bless you and send you a happy new year. God send you a happy new year. God bless you and send you a happy new year. God send you a happy new year. La 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 la
That's a lot of fun to play. I always run the risk of playing it too fast, but it's a fast song, right?
The Wassailers and Carolers will be back in another song later.
We're going to do a slow and quiet one. Try to balance things out as much as possible.
This next tune comes from the Basque region, and we first heard it on Sting's album, which is really beautiful if you haven't heard it. And it's of that moment the angel Gabriel visits Mary and tells her what's going to happen, which is very overwhelming, I'm sure. But it's also about, spiritual surrender to something bigger than yourself. And it's a really beautiful song. This is Gabriel's message.
This next song was written by a songwriter named Pomfret. We've been performing this song at Vox now for pretty much as long as we've been doing this concert. It was introduced to us by a man named Mike Agronoff, who's a folk singer from New Jersey. And one day after we did a concert down there, Mike invited us over to his place, and we did a little song swap. And during that afternoon, we played for him a Christmas song that we wrote. And he said, well, I know one. Let me hit you with this. And he hits us with Strawberries the Chill. And it is an absolutely gorgeous song. And we've been very happy to sing this song for all these years. We were sad to hear that actually just about 6 weeks ago, Bob Frankie passed away very suddenly. And so we lost Bob this year. We lost a wonderful, soulful singer-songwriter and beautiful spirit. And so tonight we want to sing this song for Bob and in his memory. This is Straw Against the Chill.
At the heart of love. It was a time for birth, bearing in the Lord, the King of all the earth, searching for some shelter by a cruel decree. We found the kind of love the mighty never see. It was so long ago, but we remember still. Star upon the snow, star against the chill, a planet dancing slow, a tree upon a hill. Star upon the snow, star against the chill. There within the stable, the baby drew a breath. There began the life that put an end to death, and all the frozen stillness, mighty voices heard. God is here among you, human is the word. It was so long ago, but we remember still. Star upon the snow, star against the chill, a planet dancing slow, a tree upon a hill. Star upon the snow, star against the chill. Star upon the snow, star against the chill. Thank you so much. So one of the things that Robert and I, when we choose songs for this concert, we started realizing that there's a theme, and it has to do with light. We really love songs about the star and the mystery. Those are the holiday songs that we kind of gravitate towards, and you'll see there's a little bit of a theme of the light kind of showing up here and there, as well as, you know, the people roaming the streets and singing and drinking and eating, which is also a really big part of the holiday, which is fun.
Which, by the way, is how tonight is going to end.
Yes. So it's one of those things where when we gravitate towards a song, it is, you know, the melody and the way it's arranged, but we also find that there's a common theme. So this next tune we heard on Emmylou Harris's Christmas album, A Light in the Stable. We actually two that we do tonight from that same album. But we also wanted to integrate in our arrangement of this song, because the theme is Bethlehem, or the star, a little town of Bethlehem. And we found out recently that the visiting bishop who came to Christ Church to give a sermon one time was actually the bishop that, I think it's bishop, wrote A Little Town of Bethlehem. So there's a little bit of history right coming back full circle to this church, which is pretty special. So, and he was from Boston, so, you know, maybe that.
Boston?
Yeah. So, you know. Yeah. Back in the day. So this is Beautiful Star.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, beautiful star of Bethlehem, shining afar through shadows dim, giving the light to those who long and long, guiding the wise men on their way unto the place where Jesus I always like to ask, so one of the things that we mention every year is that Robert and I, one of our traditions is we buy a Christmas album or a holiday album each year before the season starts. And I think we might at this point have about 3 weeks worth of holiday music if you've played it all continuously from end to end.
Maybe.
Maybe. But that was one of the albums that we found and a couple years ago, and it's stellar. So if you need any recommendations for Christmas music outside of what you got,
You come see me.
you come see us. We know we can hook you up.
I mean, it's just prepare to spend a few hours.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to do one that we first heard from Mr. Sting. I was listening to Stuart Copeland, the drummer from the Police, talk about Sting recently. He calls it Stingo. Stingo. So this is a song from Stingo. And, well, it's actually not from Stingo. This is how it came to me through him. But it's a very old song.
I can't imagine he likes to be called that.
No, I don't think he does. I don't think he does. I think it's affectionate. And so Mr. Stingo introduced us to this song. But it turns out it's quite old, and it's been through a lot of different versions. And my understanding is that the song originated as something that was sung around All Souls, closer to Halloween. And what it sings of is very similar to the tradition of going door to door asking for candy. And in this case, though it's been moved, I understand it was Peter, Paul, and Mary who moved it to Christmas and made this more of a Christmas song, going door to door, singing songs and asking in return for nothing more than just a little soul cake. This is soul cake.
Soul cake, please goodness a soul cake, an apple, pear, a plum, or cherry, any good thing to make us all merry. A soul cake, please goodness a soul cake. 1 for Peter, 2 for Paul, and 3 for him that made us all.
God bless the master of this house, and the mistress also. All the little children around your table grow. Cattle in the stable, the dog at your front door. All who dwell within your house, I'll bless you 10 times more.
Soul cake, please goodness a soul cake, an apple, pear, a plum, or cherry, any good thing to make us all merry. A soul cake, please goodness a soul cake. 1 for Peter, 2 for Paul, and 3 for him that made us all. To the cellar and see what you can find. If the barrels are not empty, we hope that you'll be kind. We hope that you'll be kind with your apple and your pear, and we'll come home sold until Christmas time next year. A soul cake, please goodness a soul cake, an apple, a pear, a plum, or cherry, any good thing to make us all merry. A soul cake, please goodness a soul cake. 1 for Peter, 2 for Paul, and 3 for him that made us all. God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day to save us all from Satan's power. We have gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy.
The streets are very dirty, my shoes are very thin. I have a little pocket to put a penny in. If you haven't got a penny, a halfpenny will do. If you haven't got a halfpenny, then
God bless you. Soul cake, please goodness a soul cake, an apple, a pear, a plum, or cherry, any good thing to make us all merry. A soul cake, please goodness a soul cake. 1 for Peter, 2 for Paul, and 3 for him that made us all.
love that they were, I mean, we went through so much material after.
Yes, they are
Where
very
did
good
these
sports.
like 20 songs? And they have just absolutely knocked it out of the park. So Mark Mandeville and Raianne Richards, how about a hand for them?
We're involved in something like this. We really appreciate Catherine and Robert putting something together for such a long time, for 10 years doing these things. Please give them a round of
Mutual admiration, and we are going to go back to Emmy Lou again for another song. This is an arrangement of another song by Beth Nielsen Chapman who wrote this song, and this is not necessarily a Christmas song, although it is on her album I mentioned before. It's more of a meditation, and again, you'll see the theme is coming back to us. This is called "There's a Light."
There's a light in the darkness, and the black of the night cannot harm us. We can trust not to fear, for our comfort is near. There's a light in the darkness. It will rain in the desert, in the cracks of the plain. There's a treasure, like the thirst of the sea. We await, we believe. It will rain in the desert. We will fly, we will fly, we will let go. To this world we will die, but our hearts know we'll see more on that side. When the door opens wide, we will fly, we will fly, we will fly, we will fly, we will all go.
There's just certain songs that just take your breath away, right? That song is just all right. We're gonna do our song. And that's a hell of a way to set up your own song. So that was amazing. Here's one. But to tell you a little story, so Christmas songs I find to be really hard to write. They're magical songs, they are incantations. You sing these songs and it evokes so much memory and feeling and hope and dream. And to try to write a Christmas song, like, wow, you are stepping into the ring. Well, I'm never one to shy away from that kind of challenge. And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? I'll throw myself into that one. And so I did, I wrote this one. And the song, in order to help me on this journey, I borrowed from Christmas songs that were kind of in my mind, you know, sort of those phrases that stay with you, that become part of this kind of like a collage in your mind of references to phrases and thoughts and memory. And I pulled out music, and I borrowed this for a moment. I'm going to use this one, and these little phrases. And I stitched them together and added my own to make this song. Part of what I wanted to do with this song was to try, if I could, to get at what I felt to be sort of maybe something essential about this time of year, having to do with the rhythms of nature and the return of the light and the seeking after something spiritual, something beyond this world. And for that, I drew from the story of the wise men for inspiration. I always have found that Christmas story in particular to be very meaningful. There's a sense of mystery and a sense of being guided and driven by something beyond this world. And that to me always spoke to me. And so I kind of referenced the wise men a little bit in this, following the star. So this is the song from which this whole evening gets its name. This is the Holy Moment.
Christmas Eve is here. See the moon is waking. Christmas Eve is here. See the moon is waking. Christmas Eve is here. See the moon is waking. Christmas Eve is here. See the moon is waking. Christmas Eve is here. See the moon is waking. Christmas Eve is here. Clear and cold the night.
Here's one you might know. This is my favorite song to play because I just tuned my guitar to a C chord and I play it for the whole time. That is my idea of a good time. So this box that Kate is holding in her hand, you might be curious about. This is called a Shruti box, and this comes from India. And it's kind of a handheld drumming instrument, similar to the harmonium, which you may have heard in Indian music or not. But that one has a keyboard, so you can actually change the keys as you play. Whereas
I'm not
this
that
one-
coordinated.
This one is just the notes that you said at the beginning. You said it and you forget it, and you just let it do its thing the whole time. And so part of the challenge of using the Shruti box is like, okay, what songs can we do that never change the chords? Or there's one note that will live in happily in all of the different chords of the song. Well, this just happens to be one of those songs. And so this is a happy song to play. This is the first Noel.
The
I am a teacher sometimes, is to go and watch The Snowman. It is a beautiful film. It came out, I think, in the early 80s, and it's an animated movie, and it's mostly animation and music, instrumental music. And it tells the story of a boy who makes a snowman, and then goes on this magical journey with this snowman to the North Pole, flies all over the world, and then comes back again home, and wakes in the morning to find the snowman gone. Well, I don't want to spoil too much of it, but go watch it. And in that film, there's this one song that's sung with words, and it's called Walking in the Air. And we're going to do that one now. So imagine you're flying in the air with a snowman. So just walking in the air.
And if you ever recognize a song along the way, you want to sing along, please do.
Tell us a story.
Oh boy, tell us the story.
them by these guys. And learning that I think everybody has special Christmas songs that are special to them, just like they have special Christmas time movies that are special to them. I always bring up Edmund Otter's Chuck Berry Christmas, and only 50% of the people ever know what I'm talking about.
Got some fancy.
We had a friend who used to do a reproduction of that every year.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he made little Muppets and the whole thing. It's wonderful music.
Yeah, we have special traditions that we keep, just like Robert and Catherine had this wonderful tradition of sharing his music with you. I really appreciate being involved. I'm also just listening to them. You guys don't get to sit up as close as me. It's kind of nice.
Thank you. And the feeling is absolutely mutual. And isn't it sort of nice and symmetrical? We have this double duo thing going on. It's very special to find folks who share a similar life path. Right? And it's really wonderful to see what they're doing. We went up last night to their music school up in Massachusetts that they run. It is such a special place. It's such an incredible gift that they give to the community. All of these kids going through there to learn. They had a night of music. They did right? I hope that's fun. They had a night recently, right? It was during the town parade holiday.
So yeah, our Christmas program is different because we have a lot of young rock and rollers. So we do some classics, Frosty, Rudolph, those sorts of things, but we also do like Run Run Rudolph by Chuck Berry with like a 10-year-old on the drums just wailing away, having the time of his life.
The town of Uxbridge does this thing called First Holiday Night, not to be confused with First Night, which is a New Year's celebration. But they put Santa on a fire truck, and all the town companies made floats.
It's a competitive parade, so the floats are amazing.
They even have fireworks, so it's really special. Every town has something different, And we live in Webster, and they have a tree lighting that's on a different day every year, it seems.
I want to tell you, the town next door, Putnam, they have a light parade. Who's here from Putnam? You all know the light parade? I had never been, so I'm from New Jersey originally. Kate and I lived together in the Berkshire. We moved here to the quiet corner where Kate is from several years ago. And that first year we went to the Putnam Light Parade. I was not prepared for the flamethrower. Okay. I don't know if it was this year, but that year there was a flamethrower.
I was told that it got so high we needed to kind of pull it back because it was melting the power lines a little bit.
I was worried. I was genuinely worried.
But it's quite a spectacle. It's really impressive.
I hope they've measured how high up that flame. Well, speaking of flame, we're going to do a Came Upon a Midnight Clear. And I hope that you know the song and you'll sing with us tonight. In fact, there is opportunities coming for you to do a little sing-along with us.
Oh, yeah, you're not going to get away with not singing tonight.
Have a awesome if you need it. Okay, here we go, ready? 1, 2.
It came upon a midnight clear, that glorious song of old, from angels bending near the earth to touch their harps of gold. These songs we heard will to men from heaven's all gracious feet. The world in solemn stillness lay to hear the angels sing. Still through the golden skies they come, the peaceful wings unfurled, and still their heaven
of artists. So we heard from Sting, we heard from Stingo, we heard from Emmylou Harris a couple of times, and now we're going back to Raianne, and it's another one of our favorite albums, Christmas albums, holiday albums, winter albums. And she took a poem by one of the poet laureates of Canada.
Archibald Lampman.
Thank you.
For
That's
those
why he's
keeping notes.
helping out. And
There will be a test at the end. I hope you've been taking notes.
and she set this poem to music. It's absolutely beautiful. And I think that this poem and the song captures what it really, that moment that you first step out into a fresh snowfall, when it snowed several inches and everything is white and quiet and muffled, and it's like there's not another soul on the earth. And you feel like you can go out and have those, it's rare, those moments where you feel the solitude with nature. And the first snowfall, or a heavy snowfall, has that feeling of enwrapping you and robing you in this whole atmosphere. This song is called Snow.
White on the far-off plains, and white the fading fall.
you haven't seen it, you really need to. It has another local amazing musician, Caleb Barnum, playing harp, and then a wonderful flautist who I don't know his name. And they're just out in this beautiful snow scene. Like this is what made me like just want to follow these guys everywhere and be like, can we please be friends? Please, can we hang out?
She did. She found us.
It's amazing. It's so beautiful. Like, you know, if you need a little memory of tonight, like just go back and watch it. Or whenever you're feeling stressed, just go and put that on. You won't feel stressed anymore.
Oh, that's nice. Thanks. We recorded that video in the little town of Tyringham. Sounds like a little town of Bethlehem. And it's in the Berkshires in Western Mass, where Kate and I lived for quite a long time. And it's a very special little place. And I sometimes think it doesn't exist. Like, even people from the Berkshires are like, it's really nuts. Like, they've never heard of this town. And I sometimes think you really do have to cross through like a portal to get there. And it's only open at certain times when the moon hits just right, at certain hours. The opening happens, and then you can step through to magical Tyringham.
So we got to perform there also. One of our walking tours, which if you want to hear more about that, it's crazy. We're walking around with instruments, we're doing free concerts, it's pretty wild.
It's in the summer.
It's in the summer, yeah, it's not now. So one of our years, we used the little stretch of the Appalachian Trail that comes through Massachusetts, and it goes through Tyringham.
It does, and sometimes we would find, like, because the trailhead went right near where we lived, and sometimes these strange people would appear on the road, like from beyond. So like,
Very strange. Very strange.
And sometimes they were playing instruments.
You don't even realize how crazy you look when you're coming out of the woods and you're like sweaty and.
I mean, some of these folks have been walking the trail. Now, I'm not talking about you.
Yeah, no, we didn't walk from Georgia, but some of them have.
Yeah, and some of these folks would walk from Maine or Georgia, and they would appear in Tyringham one day. And this one guy, he looked like Walt Whitman. He was like beard and hat, and he told us his story. He had divorced. He has put his children through college. He quit his job. He retired. He paid all his debts, and he's like, I'm going for a walk. And he just ended up one day in Tyringham after walking for months.
But it is as magical as they say, you know, from the AT you come through this little trustee's property, which is like this wonderful, like, rolling grassy knoll. And then you come down and there's this little white church. And that's where we performed. And because of the time of year, it gets dark then at like 9. Remember that? So we're in the church around 6. And these places are built for the light. They're built for the light to come through the windows. So we got to experience, you know, this magical town, this magical knoll, this magical church at like the most beautiful time of day when the light is just like illuminating all the stained glass. And it was really wonderful, really beautiful. So we share your love, Tyringham.
And you know, while we're on the subject, look at this. Look at this, like this stained glass over there. And Kate and I
get to look at it the whole time.
It's gorgeous. And Kate and I live across the street at Rectory School. And I swear sometimes there's something cosmic going on, because if the sun comes down at just the right time, it goes right through our apartment. And it goes right across the parking lot, across the road, and right, it hits this little beautiful stained glass gondola here. And I just look at it sometimes and think, and sometimes I hear the bells from this church, and it's just so special. It's so special. And we feel so grateful that Mother Cosmin and everyone here at Christ Church has welcomed us here to perform this concert. And this is our 3rd year now doing this here in this beautiful church. So please, a warm round of applause for Mother Cosmin for welcoming us all this time. We're going to do another song. This is another of the Christmas songs that I dared to write. This one is trying to sort of speak of the family traditions that Christmas inspires us to perform, the rituals that we perform, the stories that we tell, and the ways in which we pass these along to the next generation. And And the way that when a child is born into a family, it has a way of inspiring the family to think of all of the things that are most meaningful to that family, and because now you want to be sure that you pass that to this child in a way that is it's sort of the best of you, the best of your traditions, the best of your stories, so that you pass along those traditions and think of them throughout their lives. As they look back on Christmas, they remember those moments, they remember those stories, they remember those visions and dreams and all the things that we give them. And so this is what that song is hoping to express. This is called When She Dreams of Christmas. With us? Here we go. a week because he found the sleigh bells and he brought them tonight. And we didn't find a time yet to use them, but I just kicked them. And there they are.
Santa? All right, the moment you've all been waiting for. You get to perform now. Oh! Surprise! If you feel like this is the part of the evening where we're going to be kind of bringing you for a landing, and you guys have been so wonderful. We've had a wonderful time singing for you tonight, but we're going to be singing some songs that we think probably everybody knows at least one verse of. So please feel free, sing with us if you feel so inclined, if it moves you to. We're going to start with O Holy Night. After O Holy Tune.
And send this to me.
Holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night
All right, folks, we have a song that invites you to light your own fire. And you'll see that some of you, I think, have found candles near you on the seat. I'm not sure there was enough for everyone, so if you don't have a candle, share the one with someone next to you, and there's some more on this front row that we can distribute to you. And so we're going to do this song, and we're going to light our lights, and then we have a special treat. Mark and Raianne have one more song, because Christmas, of course, isn't the end, right? We have to think about the new year to come, and so they're going to help us celebrate that with one last song here tonight. As Kate goes around, you can just share your light with the people behind you. And let the light be shared among us and spread through this community. And that's how we do it. We don't keep it to ourselves.
Now we can see all their faces.
Yes, look at you all.
Some of you are smiling. That's nice.
I don't think anyone can see. So we're going to do Silent Night. I do want to let you know that there is a basket in the back. If you would like to make a donation, you can just drop it right in the basket. The donation goes to musicians as well as to the church. And so we really appreciate anything that you can do to contribute for tonight. It helps to pay off our expenses. It helps to buy candles and all the other things. And so thank you for that. And there is a way to send us through Venmo and PayPal if you'd like to do it that way too. I do also want to let you know that we have a concert coming up at the Dark Horse Tavern in Southbridge, Massachusetts, not too far from here. And it is an awesome tavern with an Irish kind of feel to it. And we're going to be performing there with Mark and Raianne, as well as a friend of ours named Alison Cowdery, who's a fantastic singer-songwriter from Rhode Island. And we're going to share the night there. We're calling it the Night Between. So it's after Christmas, before the New Year. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're tired from Christmas, but you don't want to just stay in. You want to go out and do something. So you come out to hear some gentle folk music in this warm and cozy Irish style club in Southbridge, Massachusetts.
And there's food and beer there.
Yes. And so
Last year we went to this concert and it turned into a pub sing.
Yeah,
It was pretty dang cool.
we had a bit of a session at the end,
Yeah.
which was awesome. And so, just to let you know, there's a card for that as well in the back. You'd like to grab that. And there's also a card that has Kate and I have a Christmas EP. We've been gradually building this EP over the last 12 years, each year, or not every year, but every once in a while we'll record and put out a new song. We've collected the songs together and they're available on Bandcamp. And so if you take that card, you can scan the QR code and it'll take you right to it. There's also hard copies of it back there if you'd like to get one. And we're working right now on this year's song, which is When She Dreams. And hopefully we'll get it done in time so that we can actually put it out at Christmas.
10 days left.
All right, would you please sing with us? This is Silent Night.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night,
Thank you, Candy. Thank you, Candy. Mark and Raianne are going to lead us in one last song, Old Lang Syne. Old Lang Syne. I wrote it out today. I was like, Old Lang Syne. That's weird. Old Lang Syne.
I hope you all have a really good Christmas and really good holidays. I know sometimes this time of year is difficult for people. It is, in fact, for me. But being together with everybody like this is very important. And seeing all your smiling, shining faces. Don't hold it so close.
We don't need to light any beards on fire tonight or hair. So I realize this isn't technically a Christmas song, but it is a this time of year song. I do have Scottish heritage, and Mark and I got to visit that wonderful country a few years back. It's really beautiful there. We were so moved that we actually did a recording of this, and it's on our newest record. So if you really like our version, you can take one home. We also have it available on Bandcamp and iTunes and things like that as well. And we have a mailing list back there too if you want to come and find us somewhere again. Maybe with these two, maybe with somebody else, maybe walking around with instruments on our backs.
Beards, I see.
Should all the acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should all the acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for the days of old lang syne.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mark Mandeville and Raianne Richards over there. Catherine Lewis. Thank you so much for Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And we do want you to know that there are cookies and hot cider over in the parish room. What do we call this? The Great Hall. So if you'd like to go and have some, please go and have some.
And you
Just
can
go
now
ahead.
blow out your candles and you can bring them back.
And yes, you can just leave your candles back on them.
Thank you so much. much.
Thank you very much. Merry
Have a great
Christmas.
night.
Happy New Year.